What? Badgers heavy hitters. Um, Man, I just want to say that I appreciate all you guys, and I appreciate you taking the time out, Tim, to come on here and explain your story. You know, it started off when you were 12, basically, is what I'm picking up. You know what I mean? You ran it, you grew up how you grew up, man. You know what I mean? Like, back then it was cool until it wasn't cool, and then you still had to roll with what it was. You know what I mean? And, you know, you've never shied away from it, as you said. You've always stayed down like, I ain't black, but I'm a crip. You know what I mean? Like, this is who I run with, and I respect that. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a rough road. It's a rough road. I understand that. Believe me, I understand that. Sorry, I couldn't see. But so let me just ask you this: if you could look back today, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Okay, so you're still a pup still, but you know, I mean, if you could look back and tell 22-year-old Tim anything, what would you tell him?
Hey, man, you know, listen, I tell right now, not the 22-year-old Tim, I tell the 22-year-olds around here, man, 21-year-olds, they're...
You talking to you, man.
Yeah, but saying the same thing I would tell me, bro. Put them fucking guns down, dog. You know what I'm saying? Put them guns down, man. It's not worth it because you shoot at somebody, they shoot at you, man. You know what I'm saying? We was crazy with that type of stuff back in the day. You might not start it, but you prolong it, man. You know what I'm saying? With that stuff type, nobody get hit, no foul type stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's hard to explain what I would tell myself back then. Also, you know what I was 22, you said? Is that right?
Let's say 22, you know, 15 to 22. What would you tell yourself to point yourself in a different direction than the direction you ended up going down with the gold tifuses and you know what I mean, showing up here and there? You know what I mean? Like,
well, listen, I got the first tattoo when I was 14. You know what I'm saying? I had a 5-point crown going down with the LKK. We had a problem with them guys around here, and I ain't one getting on them, and they were about our age. We were all real young, though, man. It was one of those sewing needle, Indian ink type things that your buddy does, wraps a string around it. It was real whack, man. But at 14, I already had my first one. You know what I'm saying? So we were kind of taking it serious. But as I told you, we weren't organized. There was no leaders, no nothing like that, man. And my big brother stirred me more to the money and stuff like that. So I would tell the young Tim, open your eyes, boy, and look, because where we're at, bro, it's very crime orientated also, but we're down here in the petroleum capital of the world almost. Houston, man, Texas City, Galveston, money, bro. I'm getting it nowadays. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I now have Badger, I have benefits, bro. I have Blue Cross, Blue Shield, vacation, sick days. I called in today. Listen, I'm sorry to my boss, brother, but I called in today, man, and just did what I had to do. I wanted to be ready for you, you know what I mean? But I have a good job, man. I'm on the main man. I am probably the main man where I do it. I love it, man, you know, and I truck drive well.
We share that in common, right? You know what I mean? I was a roughneck, and then I became a driller. So, but you're a welder, but it's all for the same, it's for the petroleum companies, right?
Well, now, mostly I'm driving trucks. I drive trucks full time, you know what I'm saying? What happened, listen, to jump ahead, I just got out of federal prison not too long ago. I'm fresh out of the feds pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Well, I say fresh, but I've been out now almost 2 years, about a little bit over a year and a half. And being a federal inmate, they force you to go to a halfway house. Even though you might have a mom, a sister, your own house or whatever, you have to go to a fed house. It's kind of different. It's like a money-making thing.
For money.
Bro, then when you get there, it's a GO Corps or some BS private thing that's real whack. They feed you sorry, man, rules. It was terrible, man. It really was like...
It goes to them out of your paycheck or some bullshit?
Dude, yes, exactly. So you know what I did? I said, I feel like I'm doing time because I'm from Galveston County and I had to do it in Houston. I was about 50 miles away, bro. I said, I'm not going to end up getting a job up here because I want a job down there. So I just kind of fucked the whole way, bro. I'm not trying to brag on them, but I acted like these are my last 6 months in jail. Y'all can't do nothing anymore. I just had fun, bro, relax. And the whole time, though, I was going to welding school. I did take that serious. So I got 2 NCCR degrees right now. And NCCR, I don't know if you know about that. That's like a refinery deal. You know what I mean? That's pretty serious. So I got that in a couple processes. And I enjoy it. I'm actually working, towards being a roll-off repairman. The roll-off boxes are real big in Texas. They're the big dumpsters that come off and on and stuff. And I know 3 men that own a whole bunch of those because I've been driving them trucks and stuff. So I've been learning from this one guy. He's been teaching me the easy tricks and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to do, bro. I'm trying to get to that nowadays. You know what I mean? And they make a bunch of money.
100% respect on that level. You know what I mean? Like, you did do something with your time. So you're making it sound to me like CDC, California Department of Corrections, Texas Department of Corrections does have something to offer you if you're willing to chase it. If you're, did
No,
you
that
chase?
is, they don't. TDC ain't got shit, bro. TDC, you're gonna field squad. Listen, in TDC, you're gonna field squad.
Okay, explain to them what that means, because they have no idea. I would have no idea what field squad is. Nickel crew.
Like okay, the real name is Hose Squad, Garden Hose. We call them Aggies. You know what I'm saying? And unit I was on. Well, honest, first of all, I don't plan on going back, so I don't care. All my life, bro. Every time I go to jail, I'm a fake seizure patient. I don't even mind saying it. When you go through, word to your mother, youngsters. When you gotta go, tell them you take 300 milligrams of Dilan. This is not doctor advice. Please do not do it. Now, can we edit that? But I'm not saying do it. I'm just telling you what I did. Okay. Yeah. You gotta fake that bullshit. Anyway, long story short, in Texas, if you don't, brother, you will be out in the fields like literally slave labor, man. It's unbelievable.
So it doesn't matter what kind of sentence you have.
No, it don't matter. You can have 99 murder case, 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So if you're that place with that field squad, you're going out there. And most people, when you hit that unit, you're gonna start right there. You know what I mean? And if you don't, bro, listen. If you go out there and refuse to lay it down, they have this wagon box type thing, and they put you in, man.
For you, yeah.
And check this out. Another thing, and maybe we can stop this, brother. You got a powerful platform. This is some BS what they're doing to you. If you ask the boss man, I need to urinate, guess what you got to do, man? You got to walk to the edge, get on your knees and urinate, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You're like literally peeing, it's rolling back on yourself and everything, man. It's humiliating. So whenever the old school told me they pull that old trickaroo, you know what I mean, and do that, I tried it, man. It works. So I never actually faded the field squad. I didn't have to, you know what I mean? I got medically unassigned, and that was probably the smartest thing I ever did. And took that with me everywhere. You know what I mean?
Down on your fucking knees as if you're like you're on your knees, right?
Nah, yeah, you got to do that because what it is, listen, they don't want you peeing right there where they're at, so you got to walk far away, and you're at a chance where you might can run on that line over there. They still have boss man forces.
Shaking the bush, boss.
Bro, they still have the guards on the horses. You know what I'm saying? They're yelling at you. Got the megaphones, man. It's unbelievable. You're marching out there, 2 by 2. I think they do it in Louisiana, bro. There's an old school, man. I don't know if you've ever seen it, bro. There's my favorite, man, other than watching you and Herc and stuff, probably my favorite thing is a Angola show where they did it, and then 10 years later they came back. Have you seen that?
Yeah, Angola's no joke, bro. Yeah.
The exact same thing as Texas. You can see in that documentary, it's Angola, and then Angola 10 years later, it's these boys that have life sentences and stuff, but it shows them marching in the field, and that's what Texas does, man. It's unbelievable, dude. It's terrible. And this is what's crazy. You're going to come out of these prisons that are 120 degrees, bro. There's no air conditioning, you know what I mean? And the windows don't open or close and none of this stuff. They're just closed up. So what we have to do is break the windows out. Yeah. They get mad because we break the windows out, so when winter comes, we're freezing. They just leave them out. The windows are just eternally broke out now. If I broke out 20 years ago, you know what I mean? They're still broke, same windows. So you go out there, work hard as hell, come back, bro, and then you're just in the heat. Man, it's no relief, man. It sucks. You know what I mean? When I was on Beto 1 with my friend from my town, we were on 3 row up there, man. It was 1, 2, 3. And the heat was so unbelievable. Have you ever been on 3 row anywhere?
Like 3rd tier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, terrible. You know what they were doing to them in the feds, Bradger? It was unbelievable, bro. They Obama, I have mixed feelings about Obama, but I love Obama, man, because I was in the federal system when he started freeing people. You know what I mean? Obama took check this out. He freed one of my friends, dude. There's a shout out Corey Blunt. He's a Houston legend, bro. CB is called the Slab God. He was one of the guys that financed a lot of stuff with the rappers and the original things, had everything going. And they still today, he's been gone 20 years, make songs about the guy and stuff like that. And Badger, I was walking around the track with him, bro. Had my arm around him, telling him, hey, Corey, man, I'm praying for you, dude. You know what I'm saying? And listen, to even be emotional like that in a serious prison, he was like kind of weird, but I was, man. Just honest to God, I was praying for the dude, man, and it was like important. I wanted to see him. He was in there with his brother and his two uncles. They all had life sentences, and they had all had appealed to Obama. And I told him, man, I got a good feeling. Pat him on the back, and we split up. You know what I mean? I went like to the horseshoes, but the next day I
Breaking up.
he got word. You know what I'm saying? They can't be free. They got me.
You're breaking up. You were breaking up for a second. You're good now. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, but what I was saying is, like, I was telling my buddy Corey Blunt, he's the Houston legend, man. That's how the feds are. You walk around guys like that. And it made nationwide news. You can Google it, man. He's a really great guy, man. He got a kingpin sentence when he was 19, man. He's the most solid dude ever, man. You know, his mind's his business and convicts. I love him, man. But anyway, I was telling him, I pray for you, brother. And then the very next day, Badger, he got the word from Obama that they dropped his life sentence to a 30. And he was about maybe 21 in, I think, or something like that. So he was going home, man. You know what I'm saying? The dude was never going home.
Right.
Yeah, and this was crazy. Listen, his two uncles and brothers, they all had a cell together. They had a 6-man cell, and the 4 lived together. They had been there so long, they got it like that. They gave the 3 instant release, knocked him to the 30. So he'll be home in about maybe 4 years or something like that. Everybody's waiting. The whole city's waiting for him down here. But that's kind of how Obama did that, man. I seen him send a couple people home. That was probably the most remarkable thing I've ever seen in prison, dude. His life sentence is just knocked out. You know what I mean? Come on.
So I experienced something along the same lines. My boy Ozzy, he was on death row, got knocked down to a life sentence, and Schwarzenegger came in, and he said nobody ever. He had a date. All my homeboys had dates. You know what I mean? Like, these are guys you grow to love, bro. You know what kind of love I'm talking about. You know what I mean? No homo shit. You love these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And they all had dates, and you're happy that they have dates. You know what I mean? And Schwarzenegger came in, and he just snatched everybody's date, bro. Like, you know, like, I will not watch a Schwarzenegger movie for nothing. I will not support him in any way, shape, or form. You know, I was at
the stories officially boycott Schwarzenegger, man. It's over. Forget it.
I was at the Mecca Gold's Gym in Venice, right? And it was what's the Hulk's name? Damn.
Lou
Ferrigno, Sylvester Stallone, and Schwarzenegger standing right there, right? And I was in a rehabilitation. I was in a Claire Foundation, and I was like, oh man! I just bought a skateboard, so I was like, I'm gonna get these fools to sign this shit, right? And I went over and I go, excuse me, Stallone, Mr. Stallone. I go, would you mind signing my board, man? Like, he's like, oh, you know, so, and he's like, yeah. And I go, and Lou, man, I'd be honored if you'd sign my board, right? And so Frigno just took it upon himself to think that he was going to sign it next, right? And he went to grab my board next and the pen next, right? And I was like, nah, man, I'm good. You know what I mean?
That's cool, bro.
You know, like,
that's right, bro.
He just looked at me like, you dirty, man. You know what I mean? Like, and his Lou and Sylvester were like, right on. You know what I mean? Like, just.
No. 50 Cent is coming down here. He's got a new wine that he's doing. He's going to be in my little town right here. I think either today or tomorrow or stuff. But I seen a video that he did, man. 50 had a giant party, and Wendy Williams tried to come in, bro. And they said, no, you can't. She's like crying at the front door. Same type shit, man. Them people like that ain't used to it, bro. That's like telling a shot caller, get out of my cell. That shit ain't working too well for them people. You know, they're not used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what.
So now, yeah, we got lost on a little just bullshitting subject right there. But so all right, you guys got it. So wow, all right, here it is, straight out. Fucking, you guys don't generally run by the same kind of rules we run by, right? So, you know, you guys let a lot more slide out here than we do. You know what I mean? We're very militant. So, I mean, how would you guys deal with a 288A?
What was that, bro? I'm from Texas. What is that?
Penal code's penal code. child molestation.
Oh, child molestation with
Act with a minor under 14.
God, I'll tell you what happened in Beaumont over there. It is a real true story. Okay.
Okay.
They came out
with
Patreon.
If this is gonna be Patreon stuff, because I don't like to put too much violence out, but I just want to know how you deal with it.
No, there's no violence. This is no violence. This is a true story. And they didn't have no violence needed with this one. Okay, it was for real. Oh, right before I had got there. I got there in 2015. Before I got there in 2015, maybe the beginning or the end of 2014, a CO, a white CO, had a list of everybody that was an active sex offender that had lied. You know what I mean? And guess what? Every car had them, Badger. There was whites had them, there was Mexicans, and there was blacks had them.
For sure.
And guess what? All of them left. Nobody stayed, bro. You know what I'm saying? When there's some real live proof, you can't stay. I don't care who it is. What happens is, no lie now, that we've allowed some sex offenders that stayed and paid. You know what I mean? You stayed and paid. Come on, yeah, you can stay and pay. And check this out. It's not always your business if they're paying and stuff like that, because sometimes it ain't obvious. And a lot of times, hate to say this, it's brothers that doing life sentences with no money, no support. They'll take that weenie under their wing and keep them safe because they know that money's coming. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of foul tricks, but for anybody to say that any sex offender is walking through a car that I've ever seen, any car with respect, is just not true. You know what I'm saying? But are there some held under their wing? Are there some held hostage? Yes. Okay. Where I will in the state, absolutely. Maybe in the lower securities, I don't know. You know what I mean? But in the maximums, rough stuff happens. You know what I mean? People are forced to ride sometimes, things like that. You're not always taking a free ride. You're not always riding. Sometimes you're getting drugged, bro. You know what I mean? You're riding with the car, somebody's getting drugged by the bumper type stuff. It's the South. You know, it sucks, man. But if you're that guy, you just, hopefully your mama sends that money and you're safe. You know what I mean? Because it's rough. Now, listen, in the federal system, I can vouch for this, brother. On a medium level place and a maximum security place, there is no sex offenders, period, allowed, man. And when you get there, if you're one, that man will tell you, that guy at the gate will be like, bro, you got to go, man. Or if you try, you're crazy, you know, and they don't try. This
includes rape upon women, too.
Hell yeah, anything. Absolutely, bro. Rape on women is probably one of the worst of them. Everybody got some woman they love. But then check this out. And I know this is the truth that's going to maybe piss people off, but I'm gonna say a few things tonight that's gonna piss people off. Badger, I respect you. I say the truth, man. You know,
that's all I ask.
Listen, when you're locked up, the majority of the people that are masturbating and doing weird shit are a lot of the younger black cats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you got the older men telling them, stop that shit, man. What the fuck you doing? You know what I mean? But they're not beating them down and they're not killing them and they're nothing like that. You know what I mean? We're not running them off. There's certain officers that you better never disrespect, and there's certain officers in Texas that'll let you do that to them, man. You know what I mean? We had officers, bro, that'll go cell to cell at count time watching you do that if you wanted to. It was, I mean, but then you got guys that'll kill you because you did it, man. You know, it's just not that serious.
It's the same Texas, Arizona, California, like.
Oh, yeah.
At 22, I'm jacking off, bro. You know what I mean? Like, period. But I mean, of course, I'm doing.
Honest, listen, if you're a 22-year-old young white man in California, you get a write-up for jacking off on a female officer. What'll happen to you?
Oh no, you ain't jacking off to no female officer, bro. You know what I mean? That's what you ain't doing. You know what I mean? Like,
and if my homeboy does that, bro, honest to God, I'm finna go tell him, man, what you doing, man? You tripping? You know, cut it out. And guess what's gonna happen? Two things down here. The guards either not gonna do anything about it, and we ain't gonna do nothing about it, or they'll actually punish you pretty strong down here. You know what I mean? If you get that write up and she's not okay with it, and I'm saying some are okay, the ones that aren't,
no, yeah,
the system will punish you pretty strong. So we ain't gonna violate him or nothing like that. Only, bro, I'll tell you the best story. All right, honest to God, this is $1 million story. I've never told it before. In state facility, state jail, Pam Lyncher in Houston, okay? There was a guard that would allow you to masturbate on her for like a honey bun or what do you call it, cinnamon roll or something like that, something out of commissary. You know what I'm saying? You give it to her, You go in the shower, she'll watch, do her thing, man. But if you did not pay her, Badger, guess what, man? She's shutting off the TVs, getting your ass beat and everything. So one day, bro, I was in there. We had 2 TVs, black TV, Mexican TV, and everybody was watching them because it was a Super Bowl. And
oh, where's the white TV, homie?
there's no white TV. Yeah, you don't got enough of those down there, man. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna. That's different, bro. Listen, honest to God, you got the Mexican and the black, and normally the Mexican TV on the weekends will turn into movies. You know what I mean? And they'll go like TBS, TNT, and then this one will be all sports and stuff. But anyway, listen, we're watching the Super Bowl, bro, and the TV shut off. And we got fucking so much money on the game, dude. We're drinking, having fun. It's like going down. And the lady comes and beats on the window and points at the young dude. And he was in there jacking off and didn't pay her, dude. I couldn't believe it. I said, man, this is unbelievable. She said, it's his fault. Y'all get him. And that's what she said. Y'all get him, man. And nobody cared what his affiliation was, where he was from or nothing. But he got ran over by about 50-something guys, man, for that. That was the one time I seen severe punishment. But it was just about getting our TV cut off, bro, during the Super Bowl. That was a little bit more. But other than that, like the car I was in, listen, when I was in the federal system, that was a Houston car. You know what I mean? And nah, nobody wasn't going to be a known rat, nothing like that. It was serious. You know what I mean? The guys that ran it were very good convicts and legit, man. There was nothing funny going on. Nobody was messing with no homosexuals. And this is what I'm not going to say. I'll say it on your Patreon if you want me to. There's 2 cars that everybody known that are really, really giving everybody else a bad name, bro, and everybody else not like them. I say it in the other stuff, but I don't want to say the name. But those 2 cars, foul business, man. You know what I mean? They'll run in and rape you and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, so that's like a fucking major no-no out here. People wonder if I go to. So this is a true story, bro. I get this little pup in my cell. I think I'm at Delano, bro, and I tell him, hey, homie, tomorrow's your day to fucking clean the cell, you know what I mean? And generally, I like your fucking boxers on backwards while you're doing it. You know, I'm just playing, bro, you know what I mean? Like fucking, he's like, what are you talking about? I go, I like your boxers on backwards when, you know, you're mopping the floor and shit up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just getting my clown on, dog, right? And he goes, do people really rape you? I go, hey, homie, tomorrow's your day to clean the cell. Just do what I'm telling you to do. You know what I mean? Generally, I like your boxers on back. I'm just totally clowning, dog. I'm cracking up inside, right?
I bet.
This kid tells me later, he's like, so, man, I'm good with cleaning the house tomorrow. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like, because we have a rule, bro. Like, fucking, if you want to get your masturbate on, you want to jack off or whatever, like, hey, dog, you take first yard, I'll take second yard.
Right.
Take care of your house business. You know what I mean? Like, because come on, let's face it. That's what, you know, whatever. So anyway, the kid's sweating for a couple hours, right? You know what I mean? And I'm just laughing the whole time inside. You know what I mean? Like, he's brand new there, and he's talking about, do people really rape each other? And I go, my boy, you're fitting to find out. You know what I mean? Like, fucking.
Oh my God, bro.
So later on, just before.
That Oz shit. That's that show Oz. You remember that?
Not that I try telling people I don't watch prison shit, bro. I lived it so long, so I mean I know the names of the shows and stuff, but like I don't watch it. You know what I mean? Like
that's the only one I would recommend you watch, man. That's awesome, man. It's from the 90s and it's worth it. I'll tell you. Check it out.
Yeah, I remember. So just before lights cut out, right? He's like, "Hey, Badger." He's like, "Fucking look, man. If that's just gonna happen tomorrow, I'd rather just get that shit over with tonight."
Oh God, he's already giving in, bro. Get the fuck out of my cell, bro. You gotta move now. Oh my God, are you cleaning every day? Fuck you, you know?
I go, I was totally playing with you. You know what I mean? Like I thought you would have known that I was playing with you. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm here to tell you right now that you're in for a fucking rough ride because the bro, he had like 17 years. You know what I mean? He had like 17 years. And like, if that's the route you're going to go, bro, you know what I mean? At some point, you should have just stood up and just fucking took off on me. You know what I mean? Like, and I would have been good with it. It's a fight in a cell. Big deal. You know what I mean? Like, something to do on a fucking Thursday, right?
You know what I would have said?
Huh?
I would have said, let's wait till the morning and try to get your ass asleep and killed you, man. Fuck that. I wouldn't have played.
So
we'll do that in the morning. I got you in the morning. It'll be freaky, bro. Don't worry. And that side, when you go to sleep, you're dead, man. It ain't even no plan, man. No way, bro.
for sure, but trust me, I wouldn't have gone to bed on that note.
I guarantee you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Hell no, you wouldn't.
I would have been like, hey, you know, I'm fucking put. If I thought,
like sleep is what would happen.
if I would have thought there was any seriousness to him, I would have been like, hey, my boy, you know, I'm fucking around, right? Like fucking, yeah, I would have put it out there. Yeah, but nah, he's like, hey, Badger, if this could happen, I'd rather it just happen. And I was like, anyway, I had to move out the next day. You know what I mean? Like,
you did. Goddamn right you did.
Yeah, you know, like, bro, like, I hate to admit it, but I had a little bit of a heart for some people in there that were just so soft that you couldn't help but feel for them. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I just couldn't be fucking. It was those dudes that thought they were about something that I just fucking, those were the ones that I wanted to fucking have at. You know what I mean?
We're getting so kind of on some other stuff. I want you to ask me what it was like being a white guy in the black gang. Like I said,
yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to do I know this isn't going to be the close when we close tonight. You know, like, I see a bunch of stories with this because you're running a different route. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And it's good for those that are out there to know it doesn't matter what fucking route you're running. You know what I mean? Whether you're a white guy running black or you're a black guy running black, if you're in a gang, you know what I mean? Be prepared to pick up a knife. You know what I mean? Be prepared to fucking protect your manism at all costs. You know what I mean?
It's prepared to never go home, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, like, fucking your EPRD, what the fuck is that? You know, out here it stands for earliest possible release date. But, like, what is that, bro? Like, don't even, that's a mirage, man. Like, don't fantasize about any of that. Because somebody disrespects you, you're going to get off, bro. Like, a lot of people, and if you don't get off, your people are going to get on you about it. So, speaking of which, okay, you roll up into reception and you're a white man fucking running black. You know, what was it like? And I don't mean by your people. We'll get to that later. But let's get to, say, I don't really choose to call them my people today, but let's say people that were like who I was at the time. You got a Badger there. I wouldn't fare well there at all. I already know that up front.
I'm going to tell you what it was like, Badger. Okay, rolling up reception, that's Holiday Unit in Texas. That's our region reception, okay? Deep as hell, Galveston County, because that's the only place we go if we catch chain. There's only one reception center. Harris County has two, so you're split. That entire prison is half Galveston, half Houston, so no problem right off the bat right there, okay? I walk in on my wing, 56 men, 7 of them I grew up with. Believe it or not, listen, that's how sad it is. 7 men on that wing I knew. Shout out to all of them because none of us have anything in reception. Only one guy had deodorant. So listen, check this out. The white guys, what do you think they think? I'm sharing deodorant with these men, bro. I'm sharing toothpaste with them. That's all we have, man. Come on. I don't want to stink. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So we're really doing this. And I'm not thinking or caring or nothing. It's not even a thought to me because guess what? Out of my 7 men right there, there was only 2 white guys over there in the corner. The hell they gonna do? Nothing. They're not gonna try to do nothing, bro. It's not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta take it. They did not like it. They gotta take it, man. You know what I'm saying? They just got to reception too. There's no backup for them. They don't know what the hell's going on, even if they've been down or not. Me and my 7 grew up together. So that's pretty tough. We're breaking bread. Obviously, they like me if I'm using their deodorant. You know what I'm saying? We're family, man. It's not a big deal. So we're in there kicking. Okay, that's reception. They take me out of there. The first prison I go to, they take you back like they do in Texas, man. You go to like a holding cell area, processing area type of deal. You know, solitary and everything. Literally, I was in there. 3 big ass black dudes from the country, man. They were country crips, man. They swept up to me and they were on the shower squad. And they looked at me weird and was like, "What's up, cuz?" And like just trying to play tough, man. It made me kind of laugh, bro, because I heard their accent. They were East Texas dudes and stuff. But I mean, they were hardcore. Don't get me wrong, but just the way they talk was funny. You know what I mean? So, but they say we heard you cripping, and I say, yeah. So what? I say, shit, 20 years. You know what I mean? And they say you got some tattoos. And then I said, yeah, mine were better than theirs. You know what I mean? So they just, what the fuck can they say? Oh, okay, well, we're going to ask about yours. Yeah, look, they say, well, mine bigger than theirs. So listen, they said, we're going to ask about you. I say, cool, no problem. You know what I mean? And when I got to that prison, bro, the only guy from Galveston was a little young-ass kid, and he didn't even know me. Nobody knew me, man. So I'm thinking, oh, this sucks, you know. But honest to God, when you get right there, they're going to give you the opportunity to go do something to prove yourself, bro. You're not going to stay in limbo. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody's going to wonder about you too long, man. You're going to figure this out real quick. Is he real or not? We cool. You're not going to walk around wondering. And no card, no set, no nothing. You know what I mean? So that actually, in the state of Texas, with our politics, we get our business over right away with our own friends. We don't do it with nobody else. Nobody. Your people check you, the Mexican people check them, Crips check Crips, blood checks Crips. And it's a rule we all have to do each other, man. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to make a free pass. So, honest to God, as you side through that, you succeed in that. You fight your couple friends, and you ain't punk out, you ain't tell, you didn't do nothing, you didn't cry.
You're fucking, yeah.
Yeah, some old high school ass shit, bro. It's weak as hell. It's high school shit. Go in there and fight them. And then listen, the two guys that you got to fight are just as scared as you, man, because if they lose, they look bad as fuck, bro. That's two, and they got one. You know what I'm saying? And the second time I did it, I did knot them up, so they got embarrassed. You know what I mean? But honest to God, it never was badgering like you say in Texas for me, as it was some of the other guys. Like, bro, I didn't have this vicious time where everybody was out because this is why you wouldn't do good in Texas.
No, so, I know that. Trust me.
No, let me explain to the people why, though. Listen, I'm going to tell you why you wouldn't, bro.